HARK, we are here. It is time for yet another Star Wars Unlimited video. It is Monday as of recording. It'll be Wednesday as of posting. So if anything comes out in between that period of time, it'll be on the next video. Not a huge update. Honestly, I'm kind of making this video to keep going with the information that we have. I was going to wait 2 weeks, but we got enough couple of art drops plus another piece of information that it's worth talking about today, and maybe we can even do a little bit of speculation as we have before on the broadcast, we'll call it, because that's what this is, I guess. Two things. If you hear some extra noise, I do apologize. It is hot. I've got my windows open in the background. There are cars going across the road that is behind me, and you might hear a train. It's just gonna have to be a thing. I apologize. Second thing, in the video where I go over the cards for each thing that we've seen so far, I made a mistake and talked about Vanquish as a 5-cost card that could be played on turn 3. My thought process for that card was incorrect. I stated that it could be done on turn 3. Unfortunately, it can only be done on turn 4. I'm used to resources being played either at the beginning of the turn or during the turn, like most other games. But in this game, as we read through the quick start rules, the resource can only be played at the end of the turn. So you start with 2, you go to 3 on turn 1, 4 on turn 2, and then 5 on turn 3. So at the top of 4, you would be able to play Vanquish, the 5-cost destroy target unit, or whatever it specifically says. We're not going to go over that. So I do apologize. It's been pointed out to me a couple of times, once on Discord and twice on YouTube. So I apologize. I will try to be more careful with those types of statements in the future, but it is what it is. We're just gonna have to do whatever we can. So first big important piece of information right here, center stage. Star Wars Unlimited demos are coming to GenCon. I told you guys we were gonna get new information at GenCon. You can be one of the first to try the highly anticipated trading card game in the GenCon event hall. Sign up at this link here. I'll put the link to this specific tweet in the description below, so that way you guys can click that. Not the bit.ly link, but specifically the tweet itself. You guys can go. I'm trying to get out there to GenCon to be able to do that, but it's such short notice. I know it's 2 months away. That's a notice enough, but unfortunately, due to the way that hotels work out there and other things, it's a little bit too short notice for me to be able to say whether or not I will be there. But if I am there, don't hesitate to say hi. I'll say hi back. That is what we have there for the demos. I'm excited. In the demo thing here, though, in this little sneak peek video, we got some new art. And I'm not going to play the video. It's not my place to do that. But we did get some information about characters that are confirmed, but maybe not necessarily for the first set. So before we get to that, let's get a look at a piece of art that has come out as of last week. And this is our Death Trooper. Now, I did retweet this recently. This is a fantastic piece of art. Amazing. I love the look of it. I love the look of the Death Troopers. I'm hoping that this is going to be aggression. I'm hoping that when it comes out, it shoots somebody for a couple points of damage and then can just be really aggressive in its gameplay. But because these are closely tied to commanders, such as Krennic and Thrawn, it might be command. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, they're tied to those characters and very rarely seen on their own. But this is a fantastic piece of art. I'm really excited. It showcases a lot of the cool things that we know about Scarif the Beach fight, Death Troopers shooting their blaster rifles out, all kinds of fun stuff there. I imagine if they do go heavy on equipment, we'll see their rifle as an upgrade in the near future, but we don't know specifically. We're kind of just guesstimating, speculating on the art itself. Next, we have a piece of art that was actually released this morning, Monday, as of recording, and this is everybody's favorite Rodian, Greedo. Utakuta solo? Given that this art is being shown here, I'm actually going to speculate quickly that this is going to be in the first set. I feel like most of the art that we're going to see for the game so far right now is going to be art that's approved-ish for the first set of release Spark of Rebellion. So I imagine Greedo will be in the first set. If not, they're bold for showing art for designs that may not necessarily be finished for the second and possibly third sets coming down the line. We saw that Jabba image previously that I also speculated was going to be in the second set, Shadows of the Galaxy. Greedo, I imagine Greedo is going to be cunning, even though he's not very cunning of a character. He tried to be cunning and then ended up paying for it because Han shot him before Greedo can get a shot off, because of course, as everybody knows, Han shot first. But that's this piece of art for this character. We'll go ahead to our next one. In the video that's tied to the demos. We do get a couple of slides that have pieces of art. So we actually know 2 of these pieces of art, Grand Moff Tarkin and the Death Star Stormtrooper. But in the bottom here, we have a character known as Conan Antonio Motti, and I did have to go look this up. I thought this was a different character, but it is Motti specifically, and he is one of the individuals that was in the conference room on the Death Star. And he's not in charge of the project, obviously, because that was Tarkin, but he's one of the individuals that is now at the center place of the power of the Empire in the beginning of A New Hope, because they are trying to showcase the power of the Empire, right? Interesting character, likely also Command. I can't imagine he's going to be anything else other than that. I imagine most of the Imperial officers will be Command, and if you do run an Imperial deck, it'll probably most likely be a combination of Command with another one of the aspects. So Command Vigilance, Command Aggression, Command Cunning. Command Aggression will likely be the big Imperial set, along with the extra villainy cards that you'll get, such as Maximum Firepower and the TIE Fighter. But we don't know totally, but that's going to be my speculation, is that the main deck is going to be Command Aggression, but eventually you'll be able to do various amounts of them, but I still think that Command will be the basis of the Imperial tactic tag. Next card we have here, we do have 2 new pieces of art here. On the bottom we have our Line TIE Fighter. On the top we have a Snow Trooper, likely also going to be Aggression. We have a, what are these called again? They're Alderaan Troopers, Rebel Troopers in the original card game, Alderaan Security Force. They're a bunch of different things. This guy looks like he's actually on Yavin, judging by the Masasi Temple background here with the tree. This is probably going to be a Vigilance card, as the other Consular Security Force was. And then we saw our TIE Fighter here. Could be Aggression, could be Command. I'm not sure. I believe that they will stick with Vigilance for these types of characters. But again, who knows? 252 cards, we know 16 of them. So there's that. And then we have here, we know 1 piece of art here with R2. We know Princess Leia, who is a cunning character, but we also have down here in the corner a C-3PO card off of the Tontiv. I believe that both of these characters are going to be cunning. I made the prediction for R2-D2, who's on Tatooine here in this top image, is going to be cunning. I believe 3PO is going to be the same thing. If not cunning, definitely Vigilance. And I think, yeah, that's the last of the images that we have here for extra pieces of speculation and things that we've seen. The one, honestly, that makes me the most excited is definitely this Death Trooper right here. This Death Trooper is dope. One of the best pieces of art that we've seen in the game, and makes me feel a little bit better about art like this. Although, interestingly enough, and I'm not going to be able to compare, the art right here actually looks better than the original art that they showcased. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see if I can pop open Tarkin's actual card. Yeah, let's do a little comparison here. No. So you can kind of see between the 2 here, this has almost been color upshifted compared to what this one looks here on this side. It's a little less deeper red in his eyes. His skin actually has a lot more definition to it in this piece of art. This might actually be a pre-production piece of art that's just a proof of concept that they stuck on the card before the card was actually ready to go. So I really think that we're gonna see better pieces of art of what we've seen already. And in fact, let's see. We've got Leia in here somewhere. No? Yes, we do. There she is. It might be the quality of the image, but it does look a little bit crisper. It does look a little bit better. I honestly think that the art that we're going to be seeing on the actual cards is going to be fantastic. I agree that Tarkin was a little weird right off the bat. This first image we saw was a little, the color was a little bit off, the detail on the face was a little bit off, but seeing this image right here kind of alleviates all of that for me, because I know that they're going to go back in with another pass from the artist and really get into the detail of the way that this character is supposed to look on a card. And that's why I think we should really reserve our judgment for any of these characters, any of these cards, until we actually see the card in hand, because that's going to be the part that matters the most. Being able to see the card as it's in our hands, as we're playing the game. I don't have any cards around me to showcase this, but as we're playing the game and what it's going to look like on that nice crisp piece of cardboard that we get, that we're able to collect, to play, to trade, to sell, to buy, all the other lovely things that people do with trading card games, collectible card games, whatever you want to call them. I think the art is off to a banger start with that Death Trooper. I even think the TIE Fighter, the X-Wings, some of the other characters. The Yoda looks a little weird, but that's because it's obviously a very small image that I have blown up as part of the previous video to take a look at. It looks weird on my card, my proxy for it, but that's okay. It's all, we're not even in the end game, guys. We're and gals. We are here in just the very beginnings. We haven't even started the movie yet. That's where we're at with this. Gen Con's gonna be a really big day for everybody. If I don't get to go, I will be here waiting with the rest of you to get as much information as we possibly can about what's going on. I'm hoping that people who get to go and get to be there get a lot of cool stuff, maybe even starter decks to take home to play. I doubt it, just because of the way that some of this stuff goes. I'm putting my feelers out to try to help or get out there as best I possibly can. Like I said, if I do end up going to Gen Con, I hope to see you there as well. And if not, I hope you guys all get to, guys and gals, people all get to go out and have fun with Star Wars Unlimited at Gen Con. I think that's actually going to be it. I was going to do a little bit more speculation, but we speculated as much as we possibly could with the art. I don't know when another video is going to come out. I might try to see if I can go do some breakdowns of Star Wars characters in the first 3 movies, and maybe even Rogue One and Solo, what aspects we might see, what they might do, how they might be associated with various different keywords, and if they're going to be leaders or what their leader effects could be. But that's like a speculation that might wait until we see a little bit more in terms of actual cards. Fantasy Flight is actually showcasing, it looks like a card every couple of days. Today we had the Greedo, but on June 2nd, so 3 days ago, we had Vader, the actual leader, them showcasing the leader card. And then on the 26th, which I think was a week before that. Yeah, it was a week before that. So it's looking like they might be showing us a card and card text every Friday. So if that ends up happening, we'll try, if it's something brand new, we'll make a quick video, pop it out, do it. You guys can see it, maybe even a YouTube short. I don't like shorts, but we'll see depending on what ends up happening. I will get you guys as much information as I possibly can as we go. I've talked for far too long, but I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for you all. Again, I apologize for the goof, I apologize for the sound, but I hope you all are excited, as excited about Star Wars Unlimited as I am. Thank you very much, folks. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you're looking forward to. Let me know if there's any other mistakes that you've seen in my videos, and I will try to correct them as I can. YouTube killed its annotation system like years ago, so I can't like even put a thing over the video that says, hey, I know I messed up. But hey, I know I messed up. Anyway, thank you very much, folks, and we will see you all in the stars.